How was it kissing Keanu? It felt like coming home. That single answer says almost everything about the effect Keanu Reeves has on people. Over the years, co-stars, interviewers, and even celebrities have reacted to him in ways that feel completely genuine. Some blush around him, some openly flirt, and others struggle to explain why his presence feels so different from everyone else in Hollywood. Keanu Reeves is not just admired because he is famous. People are drawn to him because he carries himself with a kind of calm charm that feels effortless. He rarely tries too hard, never acts larger than life, and somehow that makes him even more magnetic. Kelly Ripa once admitted that most celebrities never affected her much. She had met huge stars before, people like Brad Pitt and Justin Timberlake, but none of them gave her the kind of reaction Keanu did. Then one day, a motorcycle pulled up near her. The helmet came off in slow motion. His hair dropped perfectly, and suddenly she felt her knees shaking. She described him like a perfectly sculpted movie star stepping out of a scene. And the funny thing is, Keanu barely changes his energy around anyone. He stays relaxed no matter who he is talking to. When Kelly asked him what actually rattles him in life, his answers were hilariously normal. Traffic annoys him. Waiting too long for sushi annoys him. Then he started talking about motorcycles, describing riding one like a kind of freedom and heaven combined. Kelly immediately joked that if he kept talking like that, she might actually let him take her on a ride. That is part of Keanu's charm. He speaks casually, but somehow people lean in closer every time he talks. On the Drew Barrymore show, the mood shifted instantly during a conversation about love and rebellion. Drew joked around with him, and Keanu casually dropped a line that sounded like it came straight out of a romance movie. If you don't fight for your love, what kind of love do you have? The audience exploded. Even Drew looked completely caught off guard by how unexpectedly deep the moment became. Later, comedian Celeste Barber appeared on the same show and jokingly asked if she could sit in the exact same chair Keanu had used when he delivered that line. That is the strange effect he has on people. Small moments become memorable because of how naturally sincere he sounds. At another point during the interview, Drew Barrymore turned emotional while talking about him. She described Keanu as one of the kindest and most gracious people she had ever met. She admired how humble he stayed despite being one of the biggest stars in the world. Keanu, clearly uncomfortable with compliments, immediately tried brushing it off. That reaction happens constantly with him. People praise him, and he almost never knows how to respond. But some stories are impossible to ignore. Drew once shared a memory from her 16th birthday that sounded straight out of a movie scene. She remembered Keanu grabbing her hand, taking her outside, putting her on his motorcycle, and speeding through the streets while she felt completely free. Years later, she still remembered the feeling perfectly. Not because of celebrity status, but because she associated that moment with pure happiness and freedom. Keanu just smiled awkwardly while trying to remember where they even were that night. Diane Keaton also openly admitted how much affection she had for him after working together. She joked that Keanu loved her more and more over time, laughing while talking about how impossible it was not to like him. Then came Sandra Bullock. And honestly, this might be one of the most famous Keanu Reeves stories ever. During an appearance on Ellen, Sandra was asked which co-star had been the most fun to kiss. Without hesitation, she answered, Keanu Reeves. The audience immediately erupted. Later, Sandra admitted she had a huge crush on Keanu while filming Speed. She said it was difficult staying serious during scenes because he was so sweet and handsome that she kept getting distracted whenever he looked at her. For years, she believed Keanu never felt the same way. Then Ellen surprised Keanu by revealing Sandra's crush to him directly on live television. And suddenly, one of Hollywood's most unexpected moments happened. Keanu admitted he had a crush on Sandra too. Neither of them knew the other felt the same way at the time. The audience completely lost it. People could not believe that two actors with obvious chemistry had spent years quietly liking each other without ever saying anything. It somehow felt adorable and heartbreaking at the same time. That chemistry audiences saw in Speed suddenly made even more sense. And it was not just Sandra. Winona Ryder once completely threw Keanu off balance during an interview when she admitted she had a massive crush on him years earlier. Keanu instantly admitted he had felt exactly the same way. The two sat there smiling awkwardly, while the interviewer realized they were basically confessing mutual feelings decades too late. What makes these moments interesting is how genuine they feel. None of them sound scripted or manufactured. People around Keanu often seem to relax and become more honest than usual. Even Paula Abdul shared a funny story about seeing him in his trailer wearing headphones and air guitaring in his underwear during the filming of her music video. She joked that the second she saw him, she thought, "That's my boyfriend." Ana de Armas had a similar reaction while working with him. During interviews for their action scenes together, she admitted she stopped complaining during difficult stunt rehearsals because Keanu was doing everything himself without ever complaining once. According to her, he just quietly keeps going no matter how exhausting things get. That reputation follows him everywhere. Again and again, people describe him as calm, respectful, funny, and unbelievably humble for someone with his level of fame. One interviewer even reminded him about a story where he supposedly waited outside his own rap party in the rain for nearly 20 minutes because he did not want to create drama after a misunderstanding at the entrance. Keanu barely even remembered it happening. That might be the biggest reason people connect with him so strongly. Most celebrities feel distant or carefully polished. Keanu often feels like someone who accidentally became famous while staying emotionally grounded. Carrie Moss once described how easy it was spending time with him during the Matrix years. They would talk for hours, laugh constantly, and simply enjoy being around each other. According to her, Keanu is genuinely one of the most wonderful people she has ever known. Even people interviewing him sometimes seem affected by his energy. One interviewer spent more time complimenting him than asking questions, calling him the nicest guy in the world. Keanu visibly struggled to handle the praise and kept trying to change the subject. That awkward humility only makes people like him more. And maybe that is why Keanu Reeves remains so different from most stars. He never feels manufactured. He does not chase attention aggressively. He rarely behaves like someone trying to protect a celebrity image. He simply exists as himself, and people naturally gravitate toward that authenticity. Whether it is Sandra Bullock admitting she could barely focus around him, Drew Barrymore remembering a motorcycle ride for decades, or audiences cheering every time someone mentions his name, the pattern stays the same. Nobody really knows how to handle Keanu Reeves' charm. And honestly, even Keanu himself probably does not understand it either.